Well, it looks like we're live. Can't hardly tell sometimes with YouTube Studio. It goes, I guess it goes live. I'm not sure. I'll have to watch the replay and see when it actually started. Try to get the timing down correct. I'm sending this out to all my friends up there in the snowy area. You're more than welcome. I know you have enough snow, but you can always use a little bit more. We've got 2 in the house already. Whoops. As you can see here in the desert, we have a nice sunny bright day. Most of this light is coming from this window over here. The sun is coming in. It's hard to see. There it is right there. A little bit of sun. It's 43 degrees. It's not the warmest it's been. We had a bunch of wind the last 2 days, gusting up to 25, 26. Where RV staying? Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. We've got 3 in the house. Today we're going to look at my feeble attempts at some light painting. If you don't know what light painting is, it's where you take a flashlight, LED lights, go outside at night and do time exposures, and they make all kinds of different patterns. I started playing with that a few years ago, so we got a bunch of those to look at today. We're going to take a look at the weather here and in the mid country. It's pretty rough by the looks. And I'm counting down until Monday morning. I'll probably have my live at 9 Monday, and then start heading down to Phoenix for probably a couple days. I've got some work to do on some campers, putting some graphics on them. And then I'll head east on to 10. Hopefully this storm will have passed long before I start out. And right now it's headed right for North Carolina. Justin, Christina, good morning. How you doing? We're just chatting about what we're going to be doing here. We've got 5 in the house already. Roy and Becky. Yeah, I knew if I changed my time, Roy and Becky would be up. Relax and Stack Stones, good morning. Well, everybody's coming in this morning, which is good. Just putting out my itinerary. I'll be leaving next Monday after the live stream. Again, heading to Phoenix to do a couple jobs, graphic jobs on some campers. And then I'll head east on 10. And we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we won't get another Arctic vortex coming down before then. I've got a radar shot of Louisiana in that area, and it doesn't look good right at the moment. I don't think I've ever seen snow and ice that far south. All right, we got enough people in here to go ahead and do my opening screen, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Got 6 in the house. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, please. That helps the channel grow. Thanks, Roy. Appreciate that. Yeah, I ran 2 4-hour playlists yesterday during the day, and then I ran 2 8-hours last night. I have my old phone, my new phone. I got a tablet coming. So that's going to be 3 items I can run on. I haven't checked this morning. And I should check, I guess. While I'm chatting, I'll go over here and check and see what my watch hours are right now, which I'm not sure of. I'm over here in the background bringing up, trying to bring up the YouTube Studio. YouTube's been messed up lately. I couldn't even hardly get on yesterday. And of course it doesn't want to do it today. But we'll keep giving it a try. I'll let YouTube completely load before I get over to the studio. 5 items, wow. Weekend RVing, good morning. I mentioned in your live stream this morning that James should be selling snowplows, not cars. They've got 5 or 6 inches of snow right now up there. And it's warmer than it has been. It was minus 11, I think he said the other night. Let's see, we've got 7 in the house. So we're growing. Yay. Again, I'm cutting down until Monday. I'll do my live at 9 Monday. And then I'll head to Phoenix. I've got a couple graphic jobs to do in Phoenix. Alright, well, studio's not wanting to come up right at the moment for some reason. So maybe I can slip over here. Nope, studio just will not come up this morning. Oh well. We'll give it a try in a little bit. My hours were, see, I went from 2200. Aaron Jameson, good morning. Let's see, I went from 2200. Hang on a second, I can tell you. I think I can tell you. I'm hoping everything runs when I minus everything down. We'll find out while I open up a spreadsheet that I keep track of stuff with. Alright, as of yesterday, well, I went from on 12/1, well actually 12/17, I had 2176 watch hours, and as of yesterday I had 2671. So it's picking up, which is nice. That Schoolie Palooza part 1 and 2 and 3 really helped. I never expected to get 1,700 views on a video in my life. Oh, that's cool. If I had some place to put a few panels, I'd pick up a few. But I don't know if I'm going to be selling the shuttle this summer and building a cargo trailer or keeping the shuttle. I'll have to wait and see. Artist on the road. Gypsy's up early. Well, she's awake early anyway. I think she gets up real early, but she's really not awake until about now. I'm doing a logo for Gypsy. I'll dig that up, I think, later if I get time. I think we've finally come to a finished product. I'm not sure. She hasn't contacted me today yet. We'll see if there's any changes. I think we'll be on revision 250 maybe. I'm only kidding. Only had 4 revisions. All right. let's see. Let's go take a look at the weather. It was 43 degrees this morning, which wasn't too bad, but it's been higher. And let's see, on our weather forecast, today's going to be 64, I think it is. Thursday, 65. And no real high winds for the next 14 days, which is good. And our temperatures are going to be going up. Of course, Monday, when I leave, it's going to get to 82 Wednesday. Jeez. And of course, that storm is heading right to North Carolina. Oh, and do you see that box up here? I've got a subscriber goal. So tell all your friends that I'm trying to get a few more subscribers. So here's my goal up here to the end of April. We'll see if we can get any. This should show up if I get new subscribers. I'm hoping. 9 Fahrenheit. No, thank you. Yes, Aaron. Yeah, you can call me after the live stream. This one ends at 10 Mountain Time. Yeah, thank you, Artist on the Road. It's a colorful wreath with flowers and stuff, and took it off her stickers. I couldn't do much with it because it was so fuzzy. So she outlined it, and I scanned it in the computer, and then changed the colors. And the top flowers were over here, but I flipped them and put them over here, and it looked a little more balanced. And I think that's the final. I'll have to dig that up here. Again, I'm going to try and bring that up and see if I can crash the system. I've got so much things going on in the background. There we go. Right now in front of me is a big logo on my screen for my Vinyl Master Pro. It's coming up. It takes a while to load because I've got about 10 tabs open and everything else. 3 outside. No thank you, no thank you. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm just pushing it. Weekend RVing, James and Millie. Like I said, James should be selling snowplows up there. You probably sell a lot of those. All right, let me slip over here and open up this one. See if I can zoom in on it a little bit. Now I just got to figure out how to get it on the screen in real time here. All right, let's take a look outside and see what's going on here. As you can see, we have a nice blue sky, and the bushes are actually getting leaves on them. We've got grass growing out here in the desert because we had, I don't know, three or four days of rain over the last 3 weeks. We've got 10 in the house. Appreciate that. Everybody hit the thumbs up button, please, while I figure out how to bring up this source. I'm looking right now to find out. I know I've got something here somewhere. Can't find the, guess I don't have it. I have to put one in. I don't know what I'm going to call this. It's kind of cutter layouts, I guess. While I'm bringing this in, just keep looking outside. Keep my ugly mug off the screen. Yeah, I'd like to still be sleeping too, but when that sun comes in my fantastic fan, I can see it up in the ceiling. I automatically get up. There we go. Okay, let me get back up here. Do a little adjustment on the size. I think I have it now, so I think I can bring that up. We'll come back here first. Today's Wednesday, February 17th. I've got a tablet coming. They make an app where I can just put everything on the tablet and all I gotta do is touch the button. It's got different pages where I can flip the page on the tablet and hit all my other buttons for whatever I want to do. Sound effects, scene switching. It's a whole lot easier than this mouse because I've got to constantly look down to see where I'm going, and this will be right up here even. Plus, when I get back to the sticks and bricks, I'll have a second monitor up here, probably for chat. Let's see, a little bit crazy. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, it looked crazy up there this morning on that live stream. You know, I had almost forgotten that sound when you're walking out in the snow, the crunch. And that made me chilly. No thanks. Snow's a 4-letter word to me. I don't mind getting snow as long as it's gone the next day. Or I can leave the next day. Oh, I don't mind it being open, Justin. It does get me up. Instead of out here in the desert, you could sleep 24 hours without a problem. Bear, good morning. Everybody be sure to hit that thumbs up button. I'd appreciate it. And I was talking about Artist on the Road's wreath, her logo. She had one that was, generic, so we took it and modified it a little bit, which is my middle name, Modify. Let's see if I can bring it up now. There it is. And as you can see, they look almost identical. But if you look at the left and look at where the top 3 flowers are, the big ones, and you look at the right one, and you see the top 3 flowers there, all I did was reverse them. And this is my sign design program where I design logos, modify your logo, make vinyl graphics. As I zoom out, you can see this was the old one here that we took it from, and as you can see, it's a little fuzzy. This is her logo, but I couldn't do much with it. So we went to this, made it a little nicer, made 5 modifications, which is pretty good for an artist. You know, I worked with artist communities for community housing in North Carolina, and they had their little artist group. Unfortunately, most of the artist groups didn't have any artists in it, so it was something else. I give Gypsy a hard time, but want to make sure it's exactly what she wants, not what I want. Let me get back over here. All right, let's see. We've got 10 in the house still. Jerry Hawley, good morning. Are you in a meeting, or did you just get out of a meeting? Seems like you're in lots of meetings. Let's see. Oh, today's theme is light painting. If you don't know what light painting is, I did a little practicing of light painting a few years ago, and you take flashlights, LEDs, colored LEDs, flashing LEDs, and you go outside at night and you move them around and you take a picture. So here's just a quick teaser. So I've lightened this up a little bit so you can see the background. And this is what's called light painting. This was a long tube with LEDs on it, and you get out there and you just swing it. And depends how you swing these things. It depends on how it turns out. This one I took the picture I think a little too early because it wasn't complete. So that's just a quick tease, and we're already in 21 minutes. Wow. I can't believe we're in this far already. Well, be sure to let your friends know. Do a live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, a show and tell. When I get back to North Carolina, I may be doing a couple night shows, or maybe one night show in 2 days, I'm not sure. I've got new videos for people that haven't been to the site lately, the YouTube page. I've added more playlists. Be sure to share this out if you would on your social media. Again, invite everybody and anybody you know to come in and take a look. I'm working hard towards my watch hours. I got over 2,700 now. Picked up over 500, almost 700 in a month, in a little over a month. All right, let's go back to the good stuff. Light painting. Again, this was probably taken a little too early, but you know, this is how you learn. And this is what it should have looked like. That's a complete circle with that light tube. And these are photographs, not Photoshop generated. So these are actual photographs that I took. And this one was a little bit better. You know, again, you have to adjust your settings, your time exposure, to try and get something that looks kind of coherent. Here's another one that was kind of taken too early. But I may rotate that and make it into a bow tie and stick it on a photograph somewhere. I make up a weird photograph, you know, of somebody, stick it on as a bow tie, which would be kind of interesting. Again, another circle. You know, you never know what you're going to get until you start, you know, take the picture. And we're back to that one. So we'll come back to some more. I've got 6 slideshows. So we'll get to that in a minute. Get back up here and check on my chat, which is working great finally. A few lives ago, it just wouldn't come up for some reason. YouTube seems to be having a lot of problems, so I'm not sure. Let me do a quick switch over here to see how far behind I am on YouTube. No telling. Oh, before we do that, let's go over here and take a look at the weather in the middle of the country. You guys aren't going to believe this. This is Wednesday's forecast for Houston, New Orleans, Shreveport. Freezing rain, snow, jeez, and it's all headed east. I'm not sure if you can see my mouse right here. but 10 comes right across here, all the way over to Jacksonville. But I'll be coming through here, and I think I'm going to be going up to Atlanta right here, and then go up, and this is where I'm headed, right here, the farthest point on this map in North Carolina, southeast corner. So I'm hoping all this is gone before I head that way, and hope we don't get another polar vortex, I guess they're calling it. And you can see down here the temperatures are chilly, especially since spring is just around the corner. So no thanks. I'm not interested in getting into any of that. You going to Shreveport? Oh, that's going to be fun. Hope it's not too soon. Let me tell you, this has been some crazy weather. All right, 27 minutes in already. Wow, this first half has gone quick. Yeah, it is. North Carolina has been trending warmer than here in the desert, but now it's going to be colder when I go back. The west. All right, let me see if I can get the west up there. Let's see. Oh, I'll bring up another tab and see if I can bring up the west. I am trying to type and talk at the same time, which for me is kind of tough. And don't need that one anymore. I'm closing out tabs I don't need because I'm bringing up more tabs. All right, let's see if we're getting anything. All right, wait for the radar to come up. It'll be up in a second. I'll bring the radar up for the west. Looks like it's clear right now from what I can see. Aaron, yeah, I do, because it's got a bigger learning curve, but you can do so much more with it. Because again, I have a 2-camera setup, which makes it nice and easy. And actually, I can put 20 cameras on here. I can have video in video, as you'll see with this. As you can see, I can have video going at the same time. And the major thing is it's semi-professional and it's free, which makes it nice. But it takes a lot to set it up. I probably spent an hour last night setting this up for this morning. And so with a click of a button, you can change scenes and you can do whatever. And you can do stuff in the background like I did with Artist on the Road's logo. I had to go actually open the software, bring it up, and then show it to you. Okay, I'm looking out west here and I don't see anything. It's all clear. I'm not sure which part of west you're looking for. A little bit, but let me get this thing full screen. We can move around in it a little bit. Again, it's going a little bit slower because I have so much open. While we're waiting on that, let's get back over to some more of these JPEGs because I'm going to run out of time. All right, again, this is one of the better circles. it's clearer and sharper. Hey, over the hill, good morning. We're just doing some show and tell on some light painting. And Aaron, now that I want to switch this scene, the picture, I just hit Control and the picture changes. So that's what makes it really nice. I don't have to pop up a bunch of show screens. This is actually in a slideshow that I put in as a source, and you just hit the button. Oh, we also had a model out there so we could get some human interaction with this. She's standing in front of this light wand. And again, these are photographs, these aren't photoshopped. So that's why they might look a little fuzzy, because we've got movement and the time exposure and all that. Now this one's kind of cool. This was just a purple or a magenta, whatever the color may be. And probably I took the photograph too soon. Well, actually, you take 5 or 6 shots while they're doing this, so you can get. Whoops. All right, what's it doing? It's going back already. All right, let's go to the next one. I thought I had 8 in each one, but I guess not. We'll see. And maybe I've passed my limit. There we go. All right. See, this is just another shot at a second later. Fresno, California. All right, let me go over there while you guys are looking at this picture. And Fresno. Where's Fresno? North, south, east? Oh, I see it right here, right in the middle. Okay. Hang on just a second and let me get stuff loaded. And we'll go to the next picture. And see the model has moved. But there's actually a person in the background with this light wand walking around. And the reason you don't see that person is because they're moving and there's not enough time for the camera to capture reflected light off that person. So that's why they become invisible. Machu Picchu in South America. You'll see pictures with nobody there. Actually, it's crowded, but they take a long time exposure, and since the landscape doesn't change and the people are always changing position, they actually disappear when you take a photograph. And so the person with the wand didn't move it much, just a little bit, and that's, you can see the person walking in the wand. They just held it steady. So you can see, you know, people rise and lower, rise and lower, whatever, when they're walking, and that's what happens unless you consciously try to keep the wand exactly smooth. I guess you could attach it to something to keep it from doing that. A gimbal maybe. So there's still more to come on this. There's another one where they just in and out towards the model as they walked, which gave that effect. The effects are unlimited. So you can see they started with it pointing towards the ground and came up in a fan motion. You get this thing. Now, Aaron, give me about 15 minutes before we call, because I'm going to shut all this stuff down and get to my phone and turn off the do not bother switch. And here's something, if you look to the right of this model, see those two kind of open spaces? Can anybody guess what's causing those 2 black spots in there? I'll give you a second. All right, a little bit. I've been running the radar, and it all looks clear. A little bit of rain down towards Los Angeles and up near Sacramento, but outside of that, I don't see anything showing up. All right, let's see what we got here. That one's similar. And we're back. So as you can see, light painting. Yeah, I went up this morning and set my solar up, my panels. I have 2 suitcases, and the last 2 days have been kept getting blown over, so I finally just laid them flat on the ground. And so I'm out there this morning, and they're up. I'm not sure how much solar I'm getting yet because mine's set the way I have it. I have it set so that I'm looking at the phone, of course. I have it so that it's set up for late morning to late afternoon sun. And I'm pulling up now on my old phone. I have my hotspot running on visible, so I've got 2 phones and a laptop running off it. Yeah, hopefully it won't get too bad out there. So right now I'm only pulling in about 59 watts on this my 2 little solar panels, pulling in 4.5 amps, and I'm using a Victron charge controller. So coming into the Victron is 3.3 amps, but going into the battery is 4.3 amps. So it bumps it up a little bit. And we're at 13.1. We got down pretty low last night. But 13.1 is 70%. So I'm still at 70%. That's what you do in the desert. You get up, you move your solar panels. You have lunch, you move your solar panels. All right, let's see. We're 38 minutes in. We've got 11 in the house. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, please. I'm going back to check chat here since I'm traveling all over the place. Aaron, I have some 1 or 2 videos, I can't remember which ones they were, lives, where I actually brought the camera around and showed OSB. You can bring people up on panel using an NDI thingamajig, whatever it's called, NDI, can't think of the word. Anyway, it's a little app for OBS, and you could bring 100 people up in chat if you had the bandwidth. Out here in the desert, we don't have the bandwidth. And again, that box up there, I'm on a subscriber drive just to get more subscribers, which hopefully will create more views, but the main goal is for the watch hours. And I'm getting close to 3,000 watch hours, and about 280, I think, more to get to my 3,000 spot. So getting close. All right, let's go back to more light painting. We'll look at a different scene here. Now we've just swapped out that purple for something in red. I'm looking to see if I'm missing anything. And as you can see, it depends on, again, this was done just behind the person halfway. So it makes for kind of unique. And there's a little white light over to the left. That's Fort Fisher. Fort Fisher. My northern accent coming out. Fort Fisher. Got in the car in the parking lot. Had a party quarter time. Bear, thanks for stopping in. Again, Friday. After lunch, when it warms up a little bit, we'll get your lettering on your windshield. All right, where was I? Over here in light painting. Now you can see flame coming off the hands here. That's pretty cool. Use a red light and you kind of wave it in a flame pattern, I guess you'd say, over one hand and the other. And if you look top right, you can see the tree level, the trees in the background a little bit. Even though we were down at Fort Fisher, which is right on the coast, we still had some light pollution. I need to start doing some of that again, but it takes two people. Well, it doesn't, I guess, for a lot of it, but for something like this, it would take two people because you have to stand there with your hands out and let somebody run it over your hands, the lights. And then we're back to the purple thing here. We've seen a lot of these. Oh, okay, we're back. I have 8 pictures in each slideshow, but for some reason, they're not showing up. There we go. These are going to be a little hard to see because they were just shot from a further distance. And I've always liked this one. It just looks kind of weird. And again, these are photographs, not photoshopped. And it's, you know, you have to have your red headlamp on so you can see all your settings, and you take multiple exposures at different settings to get zeroed in on something that's halfway decent. This one, I don't even remember taking this one. I guess it didn't stand out enough. It just looks like a blue cloud. Now the good thing about this, having the black background, you can cut out the background and make it transparent, and you can put these things on a New York City street. You could put them standing on the ocean or standing on the beach or anything you want to do with it by making a composite. I like this one too. This one's kind of creepy. All right, we're 43 minutes in, which is, this time is flying today. Not sure why, but it is. And we're down to 8 in the house. That's okay. They didn't stick around for the good stuff. And there's that first shot, I think, enlarged. I don't know what happened to it. But these are some of the failures, you know. That didn't really come out that great. But you might find a place to use them eventually. All right, we're back to there. Oh, this one, I think, is kind of cool. We mixed a light wand, 2 light wands, red and blue, the next one coming up, and a flashlight. All right, it doesn't want to show for some reason. Let me get back around to it. There we go. There we go. Now we got the right one up. So this one, using the flashlight, it actually lights your model to separate her from the actual lights. And you do that last. You do all your red and blue, do that first, and then you just turn the flashlight on for probably 1/10 of a second. Just enough to capture the model. So I kind of like that one. Those little white dots way on the left, again, are lights from the museum in Fort Fisher, which is a Civil War museum. I will be doing a video on that, at least one on that one. And I'm going to do the USS North Carolina. We have a big aquarium. We have 3 different beaches. And downtown Wilmington in the 1880s had the race riots. So it's a lot of cool stuff. Now this is what happens when you take your light wand and just swirl it around and around. So you get these spirals. And this is what happens when you spiral it and walk at the same time. And you can see every step in the middle area, middle zone there. So what they did is they walked across first, then came back and stopped and twirled. So they made 2 passes to make that. And you can just barely see the tree line back there. And I haven't edited any of these. I haven't straightened any of them. Nothing. This is just straight out of the camera. And then you get your green goblin. We're back. All right, we'll come back here for a second. We've got 1 left. We'll get back to that in a minute. See if I can catch up. Nobody's chatting, so they're either spellbound or they all left. I'm not sure. This is the things I used to do when I had plenty of time. All right, just queuing up the next section. All right, so we've got, wow, this is the first stream in probably 2.5 months. I've had 0 drop frames throughout the stream. Knock on wood, just in case. And I'm only using 3.3% of my CPU. And Aaron, that's another reason I like OBS. It uses very little CPU at all. That's why I can have 20 tabs open or 5 or 6 programs and jump between them. If you're hearing that clicking noise, that's this stool that I'm sitting on. It's metal with a very thin cover on it, and that metal pops when you move. All right, let's see. We're 48 minutes in. Ah, Becky was in her own, off her own phone. Yay, that gives me another person watching. Thank you. Janelle D, good morning. You're missing out on the light show that we've been showing here for the last hour. But we've got one more set to go, which is some really weird ones. We'll save them for a few more minutes. We've got 10 in the house. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. I'm not sure. Let's see if I can see over here. Okay. 11 likes. All right. Appreciate that. Most of our views came right at half an hour. So a few people are hanging in there. Now my chat over in studio has been disconnecting, but it's been good here in OBS. I'm going to go back here in a second to Midwest. One more look, because it's really, really nasty in Louisiana and heading east. Let me get over to that. If I can find it again. Well, oh, I know something I haven't done yet. Didn't do my roll call. There's a picture outside. And I'm looking for my weather. There it is. All right, let's go over to the weather in the Midwest. I mean, the center of the country. Now, this is Wednesday's forecast. Houston's getting sleet and rain, freezing rain. Austin just got it. It's heading to New Orleans. No telling what Tallahassee's going to get. And I'm right up here in the tip of North Carolina, southeast tip, the furthest part. And it's headed right there. And I'm leaving Monday to head to Phoenix first to do a couple jobs, final jobs. Norris. He's always in here. I can't hardly see the screen from where I'm at, so I keep moving, looking down because everything's down here until I get my tablet, which will be right off the screen here. I can't wait to get that set up. Let's see. If I get back to the right screen, we're good to go. All right, we got one more short set of light painting photos coming up, and that will just about finish us off for this hour. Let's see, today's Wednesday. I'll be back on Friday morning, and Monday morning I'll be on, and after Monday's live stream I'll be packing up the bus and getting ready to head out. Again, heading to Phoenix first, which is actually south from here on 10. Do a couple jobs. It'll probably take me a couple days because I've got to double check measurements and things that customers have sent me, make sure everything's okay, everything's going to fit correctly. Then I'll cut the graphics and put them on. Traveling down the banisters down there, I've got their lettering here to put on. Nursing Our Travel Bug is the other one I'll be working on. And then after that, probably Wednesday morning, I'll be heading east on 10. I may stop in Atlanta to see a friend of mine. Depends on the weather. If it's really, really bad, I'll just keep going. All right, let's bring up this last few pictures. As you can see, this is just a single light just going up and down as the person rotates, turns around. He did the white first, or she did, I'm not sure who it was, I can't remember. Then they did the green, which gave you that double effect. Once it's captured on the camera, it's not going to go away unless you put something over top of it that would make it disappear. So you've always got that. Now here's just a little light wand, and they just carry it across in front. So every hump you see is a step. So if you had a gimbal, I think you could probably keep it steady. But that's just like maybe a foot and a half light wand. And here's that same wand, just doing some weird stuff with it. As you can see, you can get funky with it. Now this one I've lightened up a little bit because it was really dark, because the lights weren't really bright, so the camera wasn't capturing it. And so when I lightened it up, you can see the tree line in the background. And I think we've got one more. Yes. This one I call chaos, because that's what it is. I don't know what that person was doing. It's hard to follow the trail. Looks like they came from the left, went to the right, and turned, and then did all kinds of weird stuff. Up and down, across, and up and down back. So this little training was put on by somebody, so we didn't really have much say in what was going to happen. But when you do your own, you can figure out in advance the moves you want to make, and then you do it, check your picture, adjust your settings, do it again until you get it where you want it. And that's the good thing about digital photography. You can take 1,000 pictures and not worry about it. Let's see if we got one more. I'm not sure. Well, there's that bow tie again. All right, Jerry, have a great one. All right, we're back to where we started. All right, we're at 56 minutes. We got actually 3.5 minutes left. And I'm very happy with OBS and YouTube for this stream, finally. Our Wi-Fi is opening up here. More people are leaving. The season's about over. So I'm just counting the days before I hit the road. And it'll take me 3 or 4 days to get back. Well, actually it'll take me a whole week since I'll be stopping in Phoenix. That's okay. I'm in no hurry. I'll get there. I'm shooting for the last day of the month, because that's a Sunday. And I have to surprise Grunt. Some of you know who Grunt is. Some people don't know who Grunt is. But I have to surprise the Gruntster. See what his reaction is, and I'm going to videotape it since I haven't seen him in, what, 5 months? Well, actually 4 months. I got out here late this year. And of course, now my studio live stream is fluctuating a little bit, but I should be okay on that end. I shouldn't be spinning or anything. All right, we got 2 minutes. I would appreciate it if everybody would stay until the end, because that helps the analytics, helps my watch time, my watch hours. And if everybody stays to the end, it gives me a quick boost of time, watch time on the video itself. So right now I'm looking for my end screen. I've got so many sources in here and scenes that I keep forgetting where I put them. So I can't wait to get the tablet where I can just reach over and press what I want. Alright, we're coming up on 1 minute, and when we've got 30 seconds left, I'll run the extra video, the ending video, and we'll be done for today. Yeah, Grunt's funny. He's a lot of fun to be around. I'll have some new videos of him on my live streams. See if I can get him on one of my lives. I'll go outside and do a live stream outside and get him up on the camera. It's going to be a surprise birthday party at EST on Northwood at 8 p.m. What is EST? All right, we're done. I'm done. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate everybody being here. Still got 7 in the house. And we'll see you Friday morning, same time, same place, 9 a.m. Mountain Time, 11 Eastern. And we'll see. I think I'm going to have a guest Friday. We have to wait and see who it is. All right, everybody have a good one. We'll talk to you later.